Praise the Lord. Okay. Suddenly no. Okay. It's not 12:45 yet. They off my mic and say thank you very much. Thank you for my first time here and hello. Man. Testing. No more. They want me to preach this way. Natural one. Alright. Testing one. Can you hear me? Yeah. Actually, don't really deep. Anyway, just do quite well. Okay. Yes. Oh, I can use the other one. This one? That's it.
Okay. Alright, so I thought it's a welcome gift. Okay, thank you. Alright, now, you think that there's a lot of changes in the church and there are going to be more coming in, and I believe that changes sometimes good for each one of us. Sometimes too complacent, we're too comfortable in one place, you know. It has to be so relaxed. And you're so comfortable, never mind lah. When things change, that's where you should go up a bit. Now we need to move on. Amen? Amen? Yes. I'm a mission man. I'm a mission person. Okay, when it comes to mission, I'm very fired up for missions. And I really all out for mission. And I believe that this church is also a mission-minded church. Amen? Sometimes I say, if a church will every week I can send out mission team. Praise the Lord. Every week I can pray for mission team to go out every week. That should be the way. That should be the church, you know. Not it's just like everybody says. Sometimes we are so comfortable in the church until we forgot about what our promises, what God asks us to do. Sometimes we're so comfortable. Got aircon. Just imagine, go for mission trip and see no aircon, sleep in a 5-star hotel, eat all kind of food, you know, and after that you come back. You can never imagine, you know, you don't eat. Okay, one time I tell myself, I was in RRC settlement. I said, I don't eat rat. How many of you eat rat? No, rat. I'm talking about pedifil rat, you know, pedifil rat. Yeah, okay, Alright, there's a missionary and my mom was. Oh, praise the Lord. She received the call to be a missionary. Amen. Okay, this should be the way. I said, God, I don't eat rat, you know, and after that, when the moment the pastor and the RC settlement came, the pastor, this is a good thing, you know, and they don't know how to do proper frying, you know, deep fried rat. You know. I said, oh, what is that? What is the pedifil rat? Okay, and I have no choice. The missionary start up, missionary mind, missionary, and I said, okay, never mind, I like it. Surprisingly, I love it. I told them, okay, why don't you change your recipe a bit? Don't just throw the oil and deep fry. You go and buy KFC powder. Say, what? Yeah, you go and buy KFC powder, the KFC powder, and you dip it and you fry it. Tastes better. I said, you sure? I said, yes. And today you go to RRC settlement, you eat deep fried rice, tastes like KFC. Not so much meat, but good. It's healthier, organic bread. It's very good for you. Alright, this is how this come out from. Okay, very praise the Lord for until last week is an installation as a pastor of this church. For information, my official date is only 1st of April. Today I'm unofficial. I'm a guest speaker for you all. Alright? So, as a guest speaker, I can say anything I want. But on 1st of April, I have to mellow down. I must have a series in preaching. Okay? Youth, I'm going to share to you one day on April. I'm going to share to the young people and you will see how crazy am I. I think Joseph, I regretted to invite you, Pastor. You don't invite me, I invite myself after your purpose. Alright, praise the Lord. Are you all glad to be here? Yeah. Okay, so far so good, eh? Alright. Let's turn to our. I say the mic is gay to tell me, okay. Okay, let's turn to our Bible right now. Okay, let's turn to James chapter 1. Alright, I want to touch on James, and before this, the mission team to go, and also for all of us, I pray that this is a preparation for us to move on to do a great work for the Lord. Amen. Okay, let's stand up right now. Let's stand up read together. Okay, how many of you have NIV Bible? Okay, let's okay. See, I got King James and I got NIV with me. So let's turn to James chapter 1. Okay, James chapter 1 verse 1 all the way to, okay, it's only verse 1 to verse 8 only. Okay, let's read together. Okay, 1, 2, go. James, the servant of God and of the Lord Jesus Christ, to the 12 tribes scattered among the nations, greetings. Consider it pure joy, my brothers, whenever you face trials of many kinds, because you know that the testing of your faith develops perseverance. Let perseverance last, so that you may be mature and complete, not lacking anything. If any of you lacks wisdom, he should ask God, who gives generously to all without finding fault, and it will be given to you. But when he asks, you must believe and not doubt, because he who doubts is like a wave of the sea, blown and tossed by the wind. That man should not think he will receive anything from the Lord. He is a double-minded man, unstable in all he does. Father, from this time to you right now, and commit the word to you right now, Lord. Lord, right now in Jesus' name, Lord, to open our heart, Lord, open our mind, Lord, to receive your word. And we God, and continue, Lord, to do a work in our life, Lord. We commit this message to you right now, Lord. Lord, you will speak to us, Lord. Your word, Lord, speak to us, Lord. In Jesus' name we pray. Amen. Thank you very much for being seated. Praise God. In book of James itself, it's like it's a word. It's very interesting word. Okay, it's in the scripture itself. James is one of the best. In the scripture itself, book of James. It's a book that the word always straightforward to you. You don't turn left or no right. It will tell you something straight to your face. Because it's straight to your face. Okay, they won't go around the bushes and tell you something. So James is a book that is always very challenging, especially in terms of faith. The question is, how do you respond to the tough times come? How do you respond to the when tough times come? Okay. James gives a very clear and practical advice to how we can be successfully make it through life trials. It's sometimes in the book he said, okay, in this sermon itself, I was just entitled Faith Through the Storm. Faith through the storm. We look into in book of James chapter 1, when this one read 1 to 8, and it says discover the important principle, okay, that we will help us to face the problem. How many of you know problem? Can I see your hand? No problem at all. Problem free. No. No, okay. If those who have no problem at all, please come and see me. I need to ask you to become my seafood. I don't know why I have always got problem. Every way, anytime, anyhow, I never have, I'm not say I never have a good life, but always, once here and there, I will find problem. Okay. So in that sense that, in this chapter 1, verse 2 to 8 itself, it will tell us, discover some important principles that will help us to face problem. Okay, faith through storm. I know every one of you have faith. Amen. Sometimes we go out and start driving, also think that there's faith. Nowadays, you drive in KL, you need a lot of faith. You walk across the road also, you need a lot of faith. Amen? Okay, one time I was in Vietnam, walking across the road. And then I passed across the road, I think I would never come back alive. In Vietnam. You know, the bikes, thousands, not hundreds, thousands of bikes. And you have to, they cannot stop, non-stop. The bikes keep on going. It's faith to go through. But praise God, you should come back alive. In your NIV itself, okay, in Bible itself, NIV version itself say, consider it pure. It's a pure joy, my brother, whenever you face trial of many kinds, because you know that is a testing of your faith. But it's in verse 2 and 4. But in the King James version, it says, my brother, count it all joy whenever you fall into various trials. Count it all joy. You see, there's a difference between the NIV version and the King James version. Okay, and knowing the testing of your faith produces patience. Okay. All trials. James himself think about James always first in the message itself in chapter 1 itself is always do this. You can fall into trials, each one of us. In James chapter 2 verse 1 to verse 3, you see, count it all joys when you fall into various trials, knowing that the testing of your faith produces patience. But that patience may be perfect work, and you may be a perfect and complete, lacking nothing. James chapter 1 verse 2 says, count it all joy when you fall into various trials. When a point, and I want to point out the difference between the falling into difficulties and walking into difficulties. There's two things. Okay? A lot of times we walk into a problem. How many of you? You see, you know very well that's a problem you cannot do one. That's wrong. That is wrong. Not supposed to do it. But you walk into it. No U-turn sign. No police. Never mind. Make a U-turn first. And there's a corner there nowadays. Police very smart. They always hide behind the bushes. Correct? When you drive on the highway, you say 110. You never mind. Straight road, try 120 and see. But police will be behind. Especially go to East Coast Road. One picture, I don't know, still have those full-size policemen holding lahat. Still got the Awas. Still got the old East Coast coastal road. They still have this full-size policeman, poster holding. And the moment you know very well we're not supposed to walk into it, but sometimes problems, trials, we always walk into it. Okay? There's no doubt that in our mind, okay, many times difficulties in life is self-inflicted, self-started. You do yourself, it's your own problem. Okay? But there's those also sometimes from nowhere sneak out. Alright? From nowhere it's just sneak out the problem. Okay? But when we need to get on our life, whatever it is, difficulties we go to, or trial we go through ourselves, or something that is not going through ourselves, we have to go on to our life. And sometimes the fault is of your own. Problem just happens to you. King David, David himself became before became king of Israel. He used to serve King Saul, and Saul was tormented by the kind of spirit. Okay, he was just affected by some spirit. Okay, and he to try to give him, and David tried to give him relief. So David started to play his harp and to try to calm him down. And after that, one day, so David played the harp before the king Saul. And when Saul suddenly decided to pick up the spear and start to throw at him, and try to hope that he will pin him at the wall. You see, this problem, this child, David never want to. It's not his own. He's falling to that trap. David done nothing wrong, but suddenly he's in the midst of danger, and one of his life breaks the trap. He fell to the trap, and there are a trap that he walked into. He did not walk into the trap, but another illustration that David trap he walked into. He ran, he got fall into sin. He was a king. And he just went into, he was at the balcony of his palace, and suddenly he saw someone digging. Can you imagine, guys? Imagine. Okay. You see, you are thinking already. What? Okay. Don't imagine at all. Don't think at all. The person, he was saw someone bathing, and it was a beautiful woman. And what happened is, he tried always, and and what happened is, he's a king. He can do anything. He thinks he can do anything. And something happened with him and the woman for bathing, and he found out that this woman, she's married, and the king, the husband, so a faithful soldier. And what happened is, David tried a lot of ways, do a lot of things, trying to make it. And David found out she's pregnant. I can give you all the bits of the story. David found out that she's pregnant, and after that she said, David tried to say, okay, fine, now she's pregnant, now I'm in trouble right now. If anything happens, I'm in trouble. And anyone you know about it, I'm in trouble right now. So he make sure the husband drunk and slept with, try to pretend to sleep with the husband, wife, and think that, okay, this is yours. It's yours. And this faithful man, the faithful to the king, and he was supposed to go to the war, and he decided, whatever he also make him drunk, but he sleep in the palace. So he didn't do anything. And now David said, now I have to do, and my plan B. My plan B is to tell the people, okay, put him in front of the crowd and go to war. It's the most dangerous position you get here. So because of that, the trial, and when David do that, it happened. Okay, then David walked into not only adultery and also a murderer. You see, when you go into all these things, you start to develop one sin cover for another sin and cover for another sin. Okay, these are things happen. Okay, when we walk into difficulties, we think that when we go to trial, we think that we can cover it, no problem, we can do it. Okay, then there's the trial. Okay, and also this kind of trial don't come by chance. Also, it's supposed to the trial that David went into. It don't come by chance. He walk into. There's two types. David first, he come by. Saul was all of a sudden, King Saul. But the second trial, he created himself. But when you fall into a trial of life, James suggested one thing. His unusual response. He said, rejoice. Can you do that? Can any one of you, when some trial comes into your life, he said, rejoice. James is okay here. I'm going through a problem and ask me to rejoice right now. I believe that this is one of the most difficult things to do. Okay? That takes a lot of faith. You don't take your own strength, but take faith to do it. Okay? Come on, just think about it and say, when you're in trouble or in trial, when you're in difficulties, and they say, when I read the book of James, they say, call me to rejoice. How to rejoice? This is easy to rejoice, okay, when everything go well. Okay? When we are blessed, okay, we can rejoice. When all things go so, in our life seem so nice, so perfect, we can rejoice. But it doesn't take much faith to rejoice. Okay? When it's life is easy. But when times are tough and everything seems to be going wrong, it takes great faith. It takes great faith to see beyond the natural circumstances and trust God enough to rejoice. It's not easy to do that, but it takes a great faith to do that. How many of you, when you drive, you had an accident before? Have you ever do that? Drive, suddenly saw a car in front, stop, and you press your brake, and the car was skid all the way, and when you see you hit, you say, praise the Lord, hallelujah! And you bang, praise the Lord! Can you do that? Can you ever do that? Or just someone, and you're a football player. Suddenly you play football, and suddenly people kick your leg, and you have to go for operation, and they tell you, just imagine you are going for a World Cup. Yes, go for a World Cup, and you are training right now, and then suddenly you got injured. And World Cup's a few months time down the road, and you have to go for the operation, and the doctor said you have to take 1 year off. And you look at the doctor, praise the Lord. I'm rejoicing right now. Just imagine it's really in your own man-made, your human thinking. You can never imagine that. You can never do that. But in the book of James, it said, when you go through trial, when you go through difficult time, tough time, rejoice. Your response is rejoice. It takes faith to do that. And the second is this: the goal is patient. James chapter 1, verse 3 to 4 itself, they say that knowing that the testing of your faith produces patience, but let patience have its perfect work, and you may be perfect and complete, lacking nothing. God wants to produce patience in your life, in our life. Be patient. A lot of times you want to move on. I'm a very anxious person. I always want to I cannot wait. I want to be fast. Okay. Sometimes I too fast until I don't know where am I going. I need to be patient. Seek the Lord. Calm down a bit. Be patient. Okay. And I need to God. I don't understand. Sometimes I used to think that involves simple reasoning, okay, is that why do we go through tests? The question we ask. So we can develop patience. Sometimes we go through tests. Is it we can develop patience? Why do we need patience? So we can go through tests. Understand this? Why do we need to go through tests? So we can develop patience. Why do we need patience? So we can go through tests. You take and see. Okay? That didn't make a lot of sense to me, but sometimes it means when you think about it, it's really very meaningful. Really meaningful. So I used to think that why not just give the test? Okay? And we won't have patience. We need more patience. Skip all the tests. Just imagine 20 years in the ministry. Go to think that 20 years in the ministry is very interesting life. It's not. God, why want to put me on all these difficulties, all these difficult times? Skip it, skip it, keep it life. But the word itself translated as patient doesn't mean that there are a lot of people, what a lot of people think. When we talk about a person being impatient, we think that the person who is hurrying, they can't wait to get wherever it is they want to go. Okay, so a patient person is someone who is not in a hurry. But the word actually means a lot more than that. In the Bible itself says, in the James says, it means more than that, more than hurry. But in the word of God says it. God is in the business of building tough people. Not the hurry people. God is in the business to build a tough people. In the book of James says it, in the page, the meaning of the patient means it's building you to be tough. Look at the people in front here. They are going to mission. A lot of people think that, last time I used to think, oh, people go to mission, very tough person, very tough man and woman. They go mission, they eat a lot. All kind of, not eat a lot, okay? Eat all kind of food in the stomach. They walk a lot. You know why I say that? Because last time, those days, when I was young, when in the church, people say, oh, you go to mission trip, you have to climb up mountain. Wow, climb up mountain. How many hours? 12 hours minimum. Wow! No count. No, cannot. I said, but when I go for mission trip, my first mission trip, okay, that's my Sarawak mission trip. Sarawak is so they bring us on a journey into all these interior long houses. We almost escaped. But second mission trip, I go to Philippines. The pastor said, oh, you need to go training. I said, why? I said, when's the mission trip? December. Oh, now it's June. Training? What training? Physical training. I said, what for? Mission trip. I said, why 6 months physical training go to Kinabalu? Kinabalu also don't train so much. Man, no, you need to go for your physical training. You need to put your backpack, you climb up mountain, you go do this. I said, what? Mission trip. Mission trip. Do what? You know, I thought you go there and bring your Bible, most important thing. Correct? I want to climb up mountain. But instead of that, they went up. When I reached Philippines, I realized why I need to train up. Because I walk 13 hours a day. And climb up mountains after mountains just to reach the place. Then don't worry. That's not Sabah. This is Sabah. No. Okay, now Max and Andrea say, I think I made the biggest mistake. I want to pull back already. I don't go anymore. But the thing is, I think that people who go for mission trip is tough person. A group of people, a tough group of people. But in this chapter itself said, God give us patience. The man that will build tough people. Okay? So, in other words, God is, okay, He wants people to be, who can go through, who can endure. This quality, especially when we need to pioneering a church. I'm not saying we are pioneering work. We are talking about right now, we are going for a new phase of HCC. Our community church, now we have to gear up. Oh, we have to start to be patient. Be a tough person. Start to dig out your Bible. Start to go to the street. Start to reach out. Start to bring in. I always hear this word from some people. Some people say, this church is very unique church. Very unique church. I said, why? All kind of people come here. What kind of people? But I want to say this to you. The church name called what? Ours what? Community. Church. Community. It's time to go out to reach to our community. Brother Derek is so kind. He printed out my name card very soon, very fast. So I now got 2 boxes of name card, which is only 200 pieces. Please, if you all want, take some of the name card from me, my name card, and distribute out to your friend. Please, do it. Okay. Tell them. Call me 24 hours. I used to receive call at middle of the night and do deliverance and chase after people. I chase out those and chase out demons and chase people also. I'm serious. You don't believe? You ask my wife. Middle of the night I receive a call. Okay, someone running around. Running around. Literally running around. One place to Old Kang Road, running one place to another place. I said, my goodness, what are you doing? And in a private condo car park, and we had to stop the car and run into the condo and run, chasing after her all over the car park. Middle of the night, I'm talking about middle of the night. And my parents, and someone called me up, oh, my son ran away from home. And we found out that middle of the night, about 1, 2 o'clock in the morning, my wife and I both of us had to go to Cyber Cafe and pull the guy out from the Cyber Cafe and send him back home. I do all this kind of thing before. So I'm used to it. Tell them, give me a call. If I cannot, I call Jimmy. Right, Jimmy? Okay? Right, Jimmy? Okay. Now I see a lot of Tai Chi around here. Okay? Praise the Lord. I say, all you are come, all you are prepared. Get ready, okay, to do God's work. Amen? Amen? Alright, also when I read, okay, the fastest man in the world, okay, the Usain Bolt, okay, the bow guy, the tall fella, his running, his record is 9.58. That's the world record, 100 meters. And we are not running 100 meters, we are running marathons. We are not just 9.58 meters, 9.5 seconds, 9.58 seconds, and you finish off, and that's about it. Close God. But we need to be endure. We need to continue on the work. We can start well. Can we end or not well? Can we endure through the race or not? Just imagine, ask the fastest man in the world, run 9.58 for a marathon. He was the fastest man on marathon. Just imagine he calculated about 37 kilometers per hour. 37 km. If you run 9.58 seconds to complete the marathon, how many 42 km. Okay? It means another word is less than 2 hours he finished the marathon. Less than 1.5 hours he finished the marathon. Just imagine he keep on constant speed running that fast. But he can never finish. He can never do it. I'm a runner. I'm a two type of runner. I'm a school runner. I'm a two type of school runner. I'm a two type of school runner. I tell you, I'm a very good. Okay, I'm very good. You tell me, New York, this pastor is good runner. One, he ran for school. And two, he ran away from school. You don't believe me? Ask Derek, he's a prefect. I'm a two type of runner. I love to run, okay? But my favorite is to run away from school. Those things. I don't put everything the joke aside. I am literally a school runner. I'm a runner. Okay, look at my size like that. Just forget about it. That's 30 years ago size. Slimmer, more nicer. Not handsome. Now I'm handsome. You know why I'm not handsome? Because now I can get a wife. Last time I cannot get a girlfriend. Can do different things, okay? But I know very well, all those sprinters, useless. When I ask them to challenge them, they run, they only can run 100 meters the most. The moment after 100 meters, they're punctured already, no more, cannot run anymore. But for those marathon runners, they can keep on running and say, you what? Look at the marathon runners. So we need to endure. We can start something. Please, we are not running sprinting right now in this church. We are running marathon. We are running marathon. We're supposed to run, okay, together. build this church together. Amen? Past is past, nothing happened. Okay, start new. New. And we just go. Okay. That's why they started with the chair. Change. And more surprise coming in. More surprise coming in. Amen. They know, more surprise coming in. Prepare for surprise. Don't miss service. If you miss service, you miss one surprise a day. I'm a marketing man. I'm selling to you. Alright. Okay, let's go on. They have 12:30, they have to go. Okay? Alright, so Jesus said in Matthew chapter 24, 7, but he who endure, okay, and to the end shall be saved. I mean, so far I see so many people drop halfway. I even see ministers. I see Christians. When they're running halfway, when they start well, start fantastic, but they drop in between. Halfway. Thirdly, we need to have wisdom. We need wisdom. In James chapter 5, 1 verse 5 says, if any of you lack wisdom, let him ask God, and he give all to him and without sorry, let me exactly right. This one is all my translation. Okay. Okay. Verse 5, it says in this, okay. If any of you lack of wisdom, he should ask God, who give generously and to all without finding fault, and it will be given to him. He will give generously. So, James starts talking about charm of life, and now he's talking about wisdom. What wisdom got to do with anything? We need wisdom so that we can know how to respond to the charm we are going through. We need wisdom. Okay? So, in the story before that, we mentioned about David. When King Saul tried to pin David to the wall with his spear. It tells us only 3 verses, but David behaved wisely in all his ways. In 1 Samuel chapter 18, verse 14. Wisdom is important for us to be able to deal with trials. A lot of times we have this human wisdom. When we go to dealing with trials, we always think about ourselves. We think we can do it. When we go through difficult time, when we go through problems, first thing comes to our mind as human, we think, okay, we find ways to overcome it. Why? Eat and sleep. Normal. People go through financial difficulties. First thing that comes to the mind, which bank loan to get? What bank loan to get? Human wisdom. Some people worse. They don't know where to go turn to. Which army to go? Which loan shark they go to? You see, this is called all human wisdom. But instead of that, when you lack of wisdom, ask God for wisdom. And he said, the promises there, he said, he will give you generously. He will give you generously. Even the very smart man in the world, smart people will sometimes say the dumbest thing. Do you agree with me? The smartest man in the world, sometimes when he opens the mouth behind the reporter, he will say the dumbest thing. The most ridiculous thing. M370. So many things, so many reporters came on our whole world. Malaysia, visit Malaysia 2014. No need to send out brochures, no need to go on, spend money to advertise. Just send a plane and make the plane disappear for 2 weeks, and Malaysia no, whole world. Even Obama also. Oh, okay, now he's following after the news. Must imagine this many years. And then until the stage, the VVIP, Momo, come out also. I thought they're going to be smart. All the latest, they find out all the latest gadgets, latest equipments, but they still cannot find the plane. Why? People think that they are smart. The whole world think that they have the latest technology, the most powerful technology. One plane they still cannot find. And they need wisdom. They still need to go back to the Lord. The Bible is still saying there. When we lack of wisdom, we ask God for it. When they face trial, ask God for it. Ask God for wisdom. If you read the Proverbs chapter 1 to 99, so you'll find a list of qualities that are associated with wisdom. They are instruction, understanding, discretion, learning, knowledge, discernment. The list of things again from Proverbs chapter 1 to 9. So, how do you get it? How do you get it? Lead me to my final point. We need faith. We need faith. James chapter 1 verse 6 to 8. You ask, let him ask in faith with no doubting, and he will doubt is like a wave of the sea driven and tossed by the wind. For let not man suppose to that will have received anything from the Lord. He is a double-minded man, unstable in all his way. No doubting. So we need to ask from the Lord in faith. This reminds us that something Jesus said in Mark chapter 11, verse 22 to 23. Faith is important if we expect to receive anything from the Lord, from God. When we pray for someone who is sick, and the person not healed, you will put the point of finger, you know faith. But ask yourself, when you start to pray for someone, do you have the faith that God's healing is on the person? Do you have faith? We need the faith. It's important. Jesus said that the condition for receiving anything in prayer is we must first believe that we receive it. We must believe we receive it. That's our faith. So, James said, no doubting. Don't have double-minded. Why double-minded? Your mind, I want to do great things for the Lord. But the second part of your mind, your brain said, sure you can. Just imagine you go out and to share the gospel. And fire up, I want to share the gospel to the people, to the street. Tell people about Jesus. Tell people about this and that. After the moment you walk in front of the person, and behind someone will come to you. You sure you can do it or not? You sure you can do it or not? Don't let this thing to disturb us. The moment you want to say, God, I want to do something for the Lord, clear all those unnecessary doubt. That's what James said. Double-minded. Don't let other one mind thinking of stuff to have one have a lot of thoughts and the other thinking the opposite. One set for emotion and the other one pull away. One making choice to believe in God, believe God, but the other will choose not to believe. So your mind. So the wonders he said that the person is unstable in all his way. Fickle-minded. Don't be fickle-minded. God wants us to have His wisdom and His way to get through single-minded faith. faith and wisdom. Without wisdom, how can we know how to respond during our trying life? But without faith, how can you face the storm and rejoice in it? God has a plan and purpose for us, even in difficult time. Even in difficult time. I want to close with this. I want to encourage you to come. Whatever difficult time we are going through right now, whatever confusion we are going through right now, you need to have faith in the Lord to go through it, to trust in Him to go through it. Let us believe that God will do a work in our life this morning. Whatever we are doubting, whatever things we are confused, I want to encourage you this morning. Just let God just take control of your situation. Let God overcome. Let God say, God, I don't want to find out my own wisdom. I want your wisdom now. Yeah, I'm going to try. I'm going through trial right now. But I want you to just take control. I want you to just make me move on. Move on to overcome the trial. Shall we rest there? I want to visit you today.
Say to those who are fearful hearted, do not be afraid. The Lord your God is strong and is mighty enough when you call on His name. It's already He will come and save you. He will come and save you. He will come and save you. Say to the weary one, you are our strength. He will come and save you. He will come and save you. He will come and save you. Lift up your eyes to Him. You will arise to Him. He will come and say to those who are broken hearted, do not lose your faith. The Lord your God will come with His loving arms when you call on His name. God has given He will come and save you. He will come and save you. Say to the weary one, your God will shut it down. He will come and save you. He will come and save you. He will come and save you. Lift up your eyes to Him. You will arise to Him. He will come and
This morning, I want to open our altars to God. say, what God? Say, God, I want to come and give to you, Lord. I want to renew my faith in you, Lord Jesus. I really thank God and I call upon you, Lord. You just give it to me, Lord Jesus. The place here is open for you. The leaders of the church is come to pray for you. Altar is not a place for you to confess your sin, but the altar is a place for you to come and say, God, I surrender to you. I want your touch, Lord. I want your touch. Those people who come from altar call doesn't mean that you did something wrong, or you are not walking right with the Lord. But when you come to altar call, it's a step, it's a big, take a step of faith that God, I want to touch you, I want to feel you, Lord, again, Lord. The place is open for you, Lord. Those are not feeling well. But those who are feeling discouraged, right? You need your prayer. Please take a step of faith and come in front to me. I believe that God will do a work in your life. Yes, Lord. Don't be shy. Just take a step. Come on. Oh, yes, Lord. Shalom. All the worship you don't need to know worship. Any one of them, please take a step and come in front. We're going to start to pray for you. Praise the Lord. Oh, yes, Lord Jesus.
And to those who are broken hearted,
Oh, yes, Lord.
do not lose your faith. The Lord your God will love you. His loving now when you are His name. He will come and save. He will come and save. He will come and lift up your eyes to Him. You will rise again. He will come and He will come and save. He will come and save. Say to the weary one, your God will surely come. He will come and save you. He will come and save you. He will come and save you. Lift up your eyes to Him. You will arise again. He will come and save